It's game time.
Welcome back for another edition on the Eagles streaming network. You're watching Eagles basketball as we get set for basketball here inside the Arlen R. Horton Sports Center Arena. I'm joined by a very well-dressed Ian Johnson in this one, former Eagle and member of the 1,000-Point Club. I'm Noah Frary. Ian, looking forward to another good conference game tonight. The Eagles have won 3 in a row inside the conference.
Yeah, 3 in a row is very big, especially inside the conference. It's going to seat us kind of high inside conference play when the playoffs start, so I'm liking our chances from now on.
Senior night here in Pensacola. We'll honor Brian Ugaldi, James Shotamu, and John Clay in just a few moments, but before then, let's take a moment to meet the rest of the Eagles.
Fans, help me welcome your Eagles basketball team.
And we're back here inside the nest as we continue our countdown to tip-off. Lady Eagles victorious in the first game. Ian, and a good contest here as the Eagles go for 4 straight conference victories.
Yeah, playing against Trinity College of Florida is always a good competition with 2 teams that are on the same play set, I guess, in the same conference. So I'm excited to see who's going to come out on the victory end tonight.
Senior night here tonight, Ian. Take me through what senior night feels like as a player.
Man, even being here right now during senior night this year, last 2 years when I was a senior, it just brought tears to my eyes because, you sit on that bench for the last time in your life and you walk down that path one more time and share the fans, show your name or show you want to just score a bucket. It was just really emotional for me. So I can't imagine what guys like Brian, John, and I call him Tunde, James. Tunde is his actual name, but James are going through right now. We're
going to honor the seniors in just a few moments, but before then, prayer, national anthem, and starting lineups. We'll be back just in time for the tip-off.
Thanks.
Welcome to the nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Tonight's game between the BC Eagles and Trinity College of Florida. The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of competition and avoiding the 4 core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask any participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. At this time, please stand for prayer. Dear Lord, we thank you for this day, and we thank you for the gift of health. We pray for the safety of the players, and may everything be done bring you glory. In Christ Jesus' name, amen. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Senior business major from Mexico. Brian's passion is to use his skills to help his team, and his passion is defense, and taking the challenge to defend the opponent's quickest player. Brian's tenacious defense and hustle adds value to the team's defensive effort. This year, Brian ranks 6th in rebounds and 2nd in steals. Although Brian does not consider himself a great offensive threat, he manages his offense effectively, this year ranking 4th in field goal percentage. Brian is a model of defensive intensity, using a passion to compete. Number 11, Brian Ugaldi. James Shodomu. James is a senior business major from Lagos, Nigeria. Tonight, James appears in his 113th game as an Eagle, which ranks 18th all-time in school history. He is currently ranks 25th in minutes played, almost 2,100 minutes in an Eagles uniform. James brings a work ethic to the classroom, weight room, and practice floor with each opportunity. He is all in. James is a gutty defender willing to play inside or outside. On more than one occasion, his coaches have heard James say, "Wherever you need me." Thank you for representing PCC and the Eagles basketball team for the past 4 years. Number 0, James Shodamu. John Clay. John is a sports management major from Landis, North Carolina. Back in October, down on the south end of the court under the basket, we all believed John's senior season had come to an end when he sustained a compound dislocated ankle. At 5'8", we all knew John was a gutty player, but as he went to the ground and indistinctly put his ankle back in place, we still sensed that John's career was over. Behind the scenes, John went to work with a rehab plan, pushing forward with the goal of rejoining and helping the team. On January 11th, John walked into the practice ready to make an impact, whether it was his leadership, his offense, or putting his body in the path of an opponent and taking a charge. John had a great career as an Eagle, 24th all-time in assists, 13 all-time in free throw percentage, 12th all-time in three-pointers made, 4th all-time in charges taken. John is the 31st player in school history to score 1,000 points in a career. Number 10, John Clay. Eagle fans, give it up for your graduating seniors, class of 2021. Starting tonight for Trinity College, number 0, Xavier Christie. Number 2, Niall Bright. Number 12, Tony Reese. Number 13, Thomas Hartfield. Number 32, Osavian Buckner. Trinity is led by Coach Rob Obediasano. And now your Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Starting tonight for the Eagles, a senior from Lagos, Nigeria, number 0, James Shodamu. A sophomore from Pace, Florida, number 5, Austin Lewis. A senior from Landis, North Carolina, number 10, John Clay. A senior from San Juan del Rio, Mexico, number 11, Brian Ugaldi. And the sophomore from Pensacola, Florida, number 34, A.J. Ward. The Eagles are led by Coach Mark Ketch with assistant coach Marlon Gardner. Officiating for today's game are Linwood Swims, Anthony Johnson, and Ron Pelletier.
I want to thank you for joining us back here inside the nest. I want to take a moment to recognize a few seniors of our own on the broadcast crew. We'll get a look at Ben Lecht. He's a senior this year, accounting major. I want to thank him for his 4 years of helping us out on the stream. And in the back, we've got Jenna Dick. She's been directing the stream. She's the one who makes the magic happen. Jenna has been working for 3 seasons in the back. I want to take a moment to recognize those two. And as we come back to the court, Trinity College getting the opening tip-off. A guard-heavy lineup here tonight on senior night, Ian.
Yeah, it's really guard-heavy. You might want to see Coach push the ball a little bit on this press. You know, we've been struggling a little bit with the press. I guess it's a little, they're lackadaisical with it right now. Luckily they were going to do it, but they backed off a bit.
Trinity College coming into this game not with a lot of size, and so head coach Mark Getch choosing to flank the seniors with Lewis and Ward as those two pass the torch. Clay driving, trying to pick up the early bucket. He thought there was some contact there, but ends up giving it away.
Great defense by Brian, the senior, number 11.
Nice pass inside. Ward somehow kept it alive. Eagles with some good intensity here early on. Ugaldi spinning and got to the rack, and he will head to the free throw line on the foul.
Yeah, that was a very good spin. You know, we'd like to see him hit the bucket, but going to the line to earn it the old-fashioned way.
Foul going on Osavian Buckner, and we'll put Brian Ugaldi at the free throw line this season. He shoots just under 50% from the stripe.
You know, barely a minute passed in the game, and it looks like coach is just going to let the guys play for a little bit. You know, I haven't seen them run a set play as yet. I mean, it's early. You know, you want to see what they can do without a play, I guess.
The fans sit down after Ugaldi picking up the first point of the game for the Eagles. One of my favorite traditions here in the nest. Eagles now lead 2-0 as Ugalde pours them both in. Runner there off the mark, but an offensive board by Reese. Eagles fortunate it didn't turn into points. Clay drives hard. Clay, jab step, gets inside. Eagles with some great movement. They found Ward. Clay got it back.
Yeah, he's got to be unhappy with himself right now. That's 2 layups that he can really hit. And so I look forward to seeing him knock the shot down coming up. He's going to hold himself accountable to that.
Bright, a wild pass, able to find Buckner. Clay draws the charge.
Doing what he does best.
2 fouls now on Trinity College. Two 0, 17:57 remaining here in the first half. We're just underway. You're watching basketball on the Eagles streaming network. I'm Noah Frary, joined today by former Eagle Ian Johnson, and can I say a very well-dressed Ian Johnson for this game.
And I just wanted to wear my colors to support my seniors. You know, I got the yellow and that blue going.
I felt pretty good about my outfit coming into this one, and then I saw Ian. I was like, wow, I've got to step up my game. He brought a little extra sauce, as he likes to say tonight.
Yeah, you got to have that sauce.
We'll give you a chance at the next time out to check out the fit. Here's Lewis from the corner. Ward scrambling and able to pick up the offensive board. Eagles with a couple early offensive rebounds.
Yeah, both teams seem to be struggling to find the bucket. Just taking some out-of-control shots maybe.
Bright coast to coast. Ward was standing on the baseline when he grabbed that rebound. Niall Bright, he's the player to watch on this team. He's averaged 15 points per game this season. He's had 15-plus points in 6 games, 20 or more in 2 of the 6. Fast pace early on, but not much offense to show for it as the score still sitting at 2-0 here as we tick under 17 minutes remaining.
Brian's coming to play tonight.
If you would have told me that there had only been 2 points on the scoreboard under 17 and Ugalde had both of them and with a chance to get more, Ian, I may have told you you're crazy.
I would have thought I was crazy myself.
Shodamu and Ugalde come out now as head coach Mark Getch sends back in the last 2 of his normal starting lineup, Higdon and Porter, into the basketball game for the first time. Clay still looking for that first basket. Ward drives, has it deflected. But a foul called. It'll be on Tony Reese. The second on Anthony Reese. And we'll put A.J. Ward at the free throw line. Ward has been dynamic this season.
Yes, he's definitely found his groove, and he's just going with it.
Double-digit scoring for the sophomore in 14 of 19 games, 21 games this season. He's had a great sophomore campaign for the Eagles. Ward gets them both to go. The Eagles leading by 4. Still early here in Pensacola, just underway. 16:21 remaining here in the first half. You're watching Eagles basketball on the Eagles streaming network. I'm Noah Frary, joined by Ian Johnson tonight. Eagles picking up another steal right there. Look for Porter to distribute.
He's taking that.
Ward knocks it down. Ian, I had a great chat prior to this game with head coach Jared Sellers, and we talked about the guys team at length. And we specifically talked about the jump shot of A.J. Ward, and he has a shot that he releases extremely high, and it's not something you see from a lot of players where he's releasing really at the zenith of his jump. You see it again right there, and how difficult that is to learn and how successful he has been. We'll get back to that point in a minute as we head to the break. Ian and I will be back in just a moment. A quick timeout there on the floor, but Ian, back to that point, the much improved jumper of A.J. Ward this season and how difficult it is to guard with how high he's able to get through his legs.
Yeah, and he's already a taller defender, so it is really hard to defend. And he's been working on the shot as well. You know, I'd watched him practice a lot, and he's told me that he wants to have a higher release now that you mentioned it. You know, and it's really working for him. So
the sophomore shooting 41% from distance this season as you see Buckner get one to go. A.J. Ward second on this team, only behind Austin Lewis in points. He averages just over 12 per game.
You know, now that Will's in the game, you'd see them want to get the ball into him and just let him go to work in the post. Try to get at him at a better angle. You saw CP try to get it to him from the top of the key, whereas you want to go to the side and just put it in maybe a bounce pass or a little over-the-head pass and just let the big man go to work.
And that's where you've got Ward on that wing. Just swing the ball over and then look for the quick entry into Higdon.
Yeah, and if he doesn't have it, that's an easy three-pointer. Really shooting the ball really well.
The runner by Buckner rims out. Eagles basketball 7-2 here in the early going. Buckner has 2 for Trinity College, 5 points for Ward and 2 for Ugalde. The early returns in the contest. Higdon has it stripped from behind. Hartfield the other way. Clay trying to draw another charge. This time it'll be a blocking call. Clay must have been just sliding at the last second.
Yeah, he looked pretty straight to me, but no.
Foul occurring on the floor. It'll be an inbound play. Harlan Reed with the basketball. The shot clock resetting to 20. Trinity College will inbound the basketball. Xavier Christie exiting and incoming DJ Nunnery.
Speaking about senior night, I've had I spoke with a few fans tonight, Kelly, Ali, and Anna, and they're all seniors too. And they told me that they went to every single PCC game since even I played, since they were here. And so they're pretty sad about senior night too, so I guess it's a senior night for them as well.
Join the club, Ian. How do you think I feel? I've been doing this for 8 years as Ward gets one to go. Yeah, it's crazy to, as you mentioned, the kind of the culmination with senior night. And for me, this will be my last game ever here at Pensacola Christian. But starting this journey 8 years ago as a manager for Mark Getch, as a freshman, and getting to see some of those teams that Ian, you played on, and some regional championships, Joel Thomas, Dylan Crane, some of the legends that have ever played here, and to get to see all of that, and then over the last couple of years, this front seat, and watching a guy like you and Dakota Pratt and John Clay each go over 1,000, a lot of great memories for me.
Yeah, you've definitely had a good ride here. I remember, like you said, that you were a manager, really good one. I thought it well. I remember a time when I was actually in the tryout phase of the team and you were taking down shots. It was a little hard to wow you a little bit.
I like to think I had one of the best, when an official gets the basketball and they give it to you at a free throw. I like to think I had one of the best bounce passes. I learned that from Dylan Crane. There was many times in the gym. He used to love to shoot free throws after practice that I would rebound those, and he would throw it back to me if it wasn't, just enough spin. And so,
yeah, you have it, when you're in practice and you're shooting those free throws. It's very important that you imitate that.
It's all about the rhythm.
Yeah, the game likeness. So you got to throw it exactly like how a ref would throw it.
A lot of years.
Well, you got to shoot that.
Lewis left open. His three-pointer misses.
Man, that would have went in if he didn't think about it. He pound fake a little bit. But in other news, we got number 22, Canary, seeing the floor for the first time for the Eagles tonight. in his career, I believe.
Kenari Smith, you're right, making his debut for the Eagles. A guard out of the DC area. What a play by Christian Porter. I'd love to see that one again if we got it in the back. That was a great reverse layup there. Porter got the board and a nifty, saucy finish.
Saucy, yeah, he just knew where he was and he was like, just throw it up there.
Kenari Smith making his debut for the Eagles, and this one is a knack from scoring out of that point guard position. The jumper there by Giovanni Reyes off the mark. Trinity College has not been able to buy a basket here early on in the game. The offense slows down. They try to get it into Horton. Ian, it looked like they were trying to force it inside on that possession.
Yeah, there you see that again, trying to get it into the post from the top. You want to get it to the post from the side.
Here's Reed from downtown, and he'll get it to go. Harlan Reed, his season-high 2 points, gets it right there with the three here early on. 11-5 now in favor of the Eagles. Porter, Lewis, Higdon, Horton, and Smith on the court. Higdon dishing it back out. Here's Horton. His three-pointer in and out. I like that shot, though, here early on from Anthony Horton.
Yeah, and those kind of shots, you want to see him hold his follow-through. You know, he shot it and then kind of just expected it to miss and rush to the rim.
Reyes was looking for a three. That one off the mark. Another offensive rebound. But Trinity College, yet again, not able to capitalize. Higdon's got to be careful on those screens. They find Smith in the corner. Gets around a man, drives baseline, throws it up.
Oh.
Very nearly had his first points as an Eagle right there.
Good help right there by Will. Oh, nice pump fake. Well, pass fake.
Hartfield made Smith move, and he finishes the two. 11-7 now after the made jumper by Hartfield. 10:28 remaining. Low scoring first half here if you're just joining us. Lewis looking for some offense. And both teams really struggling to shoot the basketball here early on today, Ian.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a real low scoring game unless somebody can get really hot in the second half.
It was a 78-75 victory for the Eagles on the 1st of February, just a few days ago, when they took down Trinity College of Florida down in Newport Richey. Head coach Mark Getch with wholesale changes here as Ward re-enters. Disher in for the first time. Clay and Ugaldi in as well. I'm really excited to see Mike Disher in this lineup. We saw him the other night when he got to play around some of the starters. He really started to play well. And with a commanding ball general on the court in Clay, I think this is a great opportunity for Disher.
Yeah, you know, great players bring other great players out, you know, bring the best out of those other players. So I believe in what you're saying.
Austin Reese into the game for the first time. Ian, also a great opportunity maybe on this possession to try to establish that post.
Yeah, you see he went. Yeah, that's a shot he can hit, but on those kind of plays, you have AJ wide open on the three-point line. You probably want to get the extra pass in, and maybe that's a better high-quality shot.
Disher got his hand on that one, and it turns into a turnover. Clay maybe trying to do too much right now.
Yeah, this a little bit too much right now.
Porter gets all the way to the basket and gets the layup to go. Trinity setting up their half-court offense. Here's Reese over Disher and gets it to go. Not an easy shot.
Yeah, it's not easy, but that's about maybe 8 times up and down the floor that Trinity gets the ball into the middle. And once they get it down there, it seems like our defense just breaks down. I'm not sure who that pass was for.
Looks like it was for Big Al over there. He's sitting in the second row. (13-9) now in favor of Pensacola Christian. They lead by 4. And led by as many as 9 here in the early going. Deflected off the foot of Nunnery. And it will be Eagles basketball. Disher, what a play right there to get the 2. Reyes, we've seen him active here early on. Here's a three-pointer by Nunnery from the corner. He gets it to go and back to a three-point game. This Trinity team, they average just over 8 made three-pointers per game. They hit 13 in that contest against Pensacola Christian just last week.
You know, fortunate for them, we're actually struggling from beyond the arc right now. In fact, we can't even find a decent jump shot right now. So if we can get going, then I'll feel real sorry for them because we're still in the lead right now. Oh, that's a dunk. Come on. I wanted him to go up there and just throw it down.
Disher set the screen and then rolled to the basket. A great play there by him.
Yeah, good play. I wanted to see it dunk, but I'll take 2 points anyway. Great cross-court pass.
They tried to feed it to Reese, but Porter picking up the steal. Ugaldi in transition, up hard with it. Misses it. And an offensive foul called now on John Clay.
About to that layup, you know, we got to finish through that contact. That was minimal contact. You got to hit those layups.
Clay with an early 2 fouls. Xavier Christie back into the game. He's one of the better point guards in the country. He averages just over 5 assists per game. That one hangs around on the rim on the shot by Council. Akeem Council making his season debut in this game. Shodamu spinning. Eagles will keep the basketball. Lewis will check in for John Clay, who exits with those 2 fouls. Clay here still scoreless in the early going. Eagles basketball. It's Porter, Disher, Shodamu, Lewis, and Ward on the court for the Eagles. Disher goes to work, spins, threw up a shot. I like the thought there, though, trying to create some offense.
Yeah, he just needed a little bit more control, and he probably would have hit it a little bit better.
Christie stepping on the sideline, and it will be PCC basketball. Some confusion there between the officiating crew. The VAR official signaling that Christie had stepped on the sideline. They've got Disher on the roll again. And this time, deflected out of bounds. Yet another good find. They've had 2 good offensive looks on that play right there, Ian.
Yeah, you just got to be more stronger with the ball, you know. Hold it, don't take it down too low. Just go up strong and maybe finish to the contact and get that foul. Oh, he just missed. I guess I'm still playing.
Hey, I grabbed the rebound right there. It's good hands, Ian.
Yeah, you know.
It's all those years of rebounding your shots, because we know you miss them. Jumper there by Bright. Off the mark, Eagles continue to lead. And that's the It's the most I've ever touched a basketball here in a regulation game.
Yeah, that one came straight for you, man.
I know.
You should have shot that one. Gotten us an assist.
Lewis.
Well-needed 3.
Just the second three-pointer of the game for the Eagles, and they stretch their lead back up to 8. And with that, T-shirts fly.
Ooh.
Disher goes down. I came down hard on that ankle, and it looks like he's in some pain.
Yeah, not a good sign for the Eagles. Seems to be in some excruciating pain.
Disher does not look like he can put weight on that left foot right now. He exits with the trainer. Hopefully it's not as bad as it looks. Disher going down there. Ian, I wasn't sure. Did you see, was there contact there, or did he just come down on it?
I think he just came down and twisted it by himself. You know, landed awkward position.
20-12. It'll be Trinity College basketball as we return. We'll try to get you an update on the status of Mike Disher. Another shot clock violation right there, Ian. They've had 2 of those in this game so far.
Yeah, I'm head coach Rob. A timeout maybe just to get my guys back in control, you know. Tell them to take care of the ball, be aware. It's things that you should be knowing as a college athlete, but 2 in a row, you just can't have it.
Eagles, as we mentioned, coming into this one, winners of their last 3 conference games. They knocked off Southeastern. They beaten Trinity College. Now trying to beat them again, and sandwiched in between there was a big victory over then number 7 ranked Trinity Baptist College. Ian, and if the Eagles end up going on to do anything great at regionals, I think we'll look back at that game against Trinity Baptist here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that was definitely the turning point. You know, that was a really good game. It was a little physical as well, and it was real close. I honestly believe that the Eagles can go really far inside this tournament. You know, we haven't played Bob Jones, so I'm not sure how we would stand up to them with all the COVID restrictions. You know, they've canceled 2 games. So I think those will probably be our only true competition if we were to go to the playoffs.
Eagles create a couple of extra opportunities. That shot by Ward off the mark. Christie fouled on the
Good
floor.
foul.
Smart
Yeah.
play there by
Very
the
good
senior.
foul.
That's a great foul by someone who's played 113 games. He knows how to play the game.
Yeah, he does. Defense is his specialty too, so he knows what he's doing.
He was beaten. He said, I'm not going to give up the easy layup. Force him to get a shot. Trinity College will get the basketball on the baseline.
Oh, wow.
Reese looked pretty open
He was
inside.
really open, and the inbounder just missed him.
They find Reese this time. He goes to work on Higdon, who just puts his hands straight up and made it really difficult on the shorter Reese.
Yeah, that's a tower in there. I like to see him take advantage of it on the offensive end. You know, get inside the post and use his body. Put his head down and just go to the rim.
Porter driving, looking back door to the cutting Ward, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and on that play, you can see that it was 4 Eagles on that side of the floor, so just no spacing. Resulted into a turnover as John Clay checks back into the game.
22-15 the score, 3:49 to go here in the first half of play. You're watching basketball on the Eagles streaming network. I'm Noah Frary, joined tonight by Ian Johnson. A good start to this basketball game. Not a lot of scoring from either of these teams, as really more so just missed shots than great defense.
Yeah, they're getting the shots, just missing. Like that one, air ball, that layup wide open. It looked like Austin really tipped that one in.
Now Bright, Ian, looked like you on that play. He missed the first and then got the tip in.
Yeah, man, the job's not done till it goes in the net.
Battle till you hear a whistle or it goes in the net. Clay misses it. Higdon, great job to grab that rebound, Ian, but what I love about that play, he kept the ball high.
Yeah, that's what
and
you
when
want
you're
to do.
6'8", there wasn't a player out there that was going to take it from him.
Yeah, I was just going to make a comment on that. You know, typically you don't want to see players come down at all with that ball. You know, once you're up there, just finish it up there. But he's real tall. There's no one that's his height so he can just keep the ball up, come down, gather himself, then go back up and just rest it in.
Hartfield's J from just inside the free throw line goes in. 24-19, 5-point basketball game here in Pensacola. Higdon trying to seal his man inside.
8 seconds to shoot.
Clay, you'd like to see him pass the basketball on that play, and it leads to a breakaway. Christie gets the layup to go.
Coach can't be too happy about that one. And plays like that, you know, it just takes your team out of the groove. You know, they're all standing there just waiting to see what you're going to do. And that play just resulted into a turnover. So hopefully the guys can just look past that and look to the next play.
Lewis, he hit a shot like that the other night for the game winner, but that time a bit short. A missed three-pointer. Ian, the one thing I can say, though, it feels like with the biggest man on the court, Will Higdon, the Eagles are failing to try to utilize him on offense.
Yeah, and it seems as if they're not even trying to run a play, you know. They look so distant right now. No one's on the same page right now. We got guys trying to do too much. There's just no real ball movement as there were in the beginning.
Foul on Christie as he was guarding Clay. Ugaldi and Horton will come in. Higdon checking out. Shodamu as well. Eagles continue to lead this one. They've led throughout the entirety of this contest so far. They lead by 3 with 1:29 to go. Ward, backdoor cut to Horton. And he gets it to go. Ian, another opportunity for a slam passed up.
Yeah, you know, passed up. You know, it might be some jitters. You know, Anthony's parents are in the stand. I spoke with them a little bit, and they're really excited to see their son play.
Ian, I didn't know this, but a team that you've played before, LaGrange College, Anthony's dad actually played basketball, D3 basketball at LaGrange. I, too, had a conversation today.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. You know what? Now that you said that, you know, when we played them, I did realize that he was there. But going back to the previous play where AJ just took that shot, he was wide open, and he gave the three-point up. He pump fake. The defender still stuck with him, and he decided to shoot a tough shot. On those kind of plays, you'd probably want to see him take the first shot.
26-21, a timeout on the floor after Lewis went down with it and called it. We'll take a quick breather. (26-21), 48.7 seconds remaining here in the first half. A low-scoring half from both teams. Eagles looking to close out this half on a bright spot.
There you see John Clay just gives up the open Anthony Horton right there, you know. Tony could have probably had a drive right there. Probably just want to see the Eagles swing the ball just a little bit more.
Foul on Cortland Green, his first. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in the first half. Eagles leading by 5, but looking for more here late. Clay just trying to do it all right now. It'll lead to an odd man breakaway by Trinity. Christie somehow got that to go. But the official says wave off the basket. It'll be a foul on Ward. And Trinity College will get the ball on the baseline. Shot clock off as we tick under 10 seconds to go here in the first half. Eagles led by as many as 9. It's a 5-point game. Here's Bright. His three-pointer at the buzzer misses, and that will do it here in the first half. Ian, a lot of missed shots by both teams, only 26-21 as we wrap it up.
Yeah, very low-scoring game, as you mentioned. The guys are getting the shots, they're just not going down tonight. So we'll see what both coaches have to say to the teams at halftime, and we'll see who comes out with the more energy.
26-21 the score after one. We'll be back with a few minutes remaining in the half to further break down what you just witnessed in the first half.
The natural sciences area is studying what God made. And the fascinating thing about studying what he made is you're studying about the Creator himself, God. He spoke the world into existence. He spoke his word into existence. They match perfectly. And whenever you get to study what he made, it's fascinating. It gives glory to God. He says it gives glory to him. Whether studying about the human body, stars, or chemistry, mathematics, that's what I love about studying science.
Mari Coates. Mari Coates is a senior advertising public relations major from Bridgeport, Michigan. Mari's exciting personality and tumbling skills have been immensely beneficial over the past 2 years. After graduation, she plans to move to Ohio to pursue a career in event planning and coordinating. Mari, we look forward to seeing how God uses you in the future. Nate Gray. Nate Gray is a senior pastoral ministries major from Midland, Michigan. Over the past 2 years, Nate has brought energy and fresh ideas to practices and games. His most notable role is being the T-Rex. Next year, Nate plans to pursue his master's in biblical languages as a graduate assistant here at PCC. Nate, thank you for your hard work and commitment to the Blue Crew. Allison Justice. Allison Justice is a senior advertising public relations major from Rural Retreat, Virginia. Allison has participated in Blue Crew since its inauguration 3 years ago. Allison has contributed to her team in roles of stunting, tumbling, and co-captaining. Upon graduation, Allison plans to return home and pursue a career in public relations. Allison, thank you for your leadership and dedication these past 3 years. Stephen Marshall. Stephen Marshall is a senior pastoral ministries major from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. As this year's co-captain, Stephen has led the team in practice and on the court through unique tumbling and dunking routines. After graduation, he plans to return home and serve as a pastor in a local church. Stephen, thank you for your diligence and devotion to the Blue Crew. Let's give a round to the Blue Crew tonight. Also, we want to say a special thank you to our amazing pep band. All season, the pep band has brought passion and energy to the nest. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing the Screaming Eagles Pep Band.
You only have one life. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to influence your world for Christ? This is a place where you can be empowered to fulfill God's calling and pursue your passion.
Working as a physical therapist, it is a ministry all its own to just build a relationship with the people. I mean, that's my ultimate goal, is I want to help people get better.
I want to go to law school, get into a cybersecurity program. That way I can incorporate both programming and law, protecting companies from cybercrime.
I love being around people, and I love learning about people. I knew that with nursing, it wasn't just about helping people physically, like it was helping them spiritually too. That's what's important in life.
As I began to pray more, God, I have a huge decision to make. Where am I going to go to school? I only have one life. What do you want me to do with it? And He began to show me that what I enjoy doing can be used for His honor and for His glory. God led me to Pensacola Christian College to pursue my passion for finance through a biblical perspective.
I had told my pastor before coming here, I was like, I don't really like school, but I know I need to go for nursing, so I'm gonna go and I'll have to study really hard, and I just didn't really look forward to it. But now, like on my third year, learning is so much fun, and I didn't feel like that freshman year.
I'll look back and I'll be like, man, I remember I used to struggle with that. And then maybe a freshman looks at what I'm doing and they're like, what are you even looking at? I'm like, this is easy stuff.
Incrementally, we're ready to do more, we're ready to face more, and to say, this may not be the easiest thing I've ever done, but it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
Last summer, I did an internship in Germany in a genetics lab, and I was able to use the techniques and tools I had learned in the labs here over there, and it made so much more sense because I already knew what I was doing and why I was doing it.
I think teaching is communicating facts, but I think the bottom line for me with teaching is connecting the material so the students not only know it, but appreciate it and also know how to use it.
My teaching isn't about me, it's about where God is taking each individual student down the road.
We have great faculty and they honestly inspire me. Seeing all of these faculty members who have doctorates, you can definitely see what they've learned reflected through what they teach.
They'll constantly tell you, if you need something, come talk to me. I've had teachers other places and they'll say that, but if you go up to them, they don't really want to give you the time or try to respond. And here, it's just totally different. You can just have a really good teacher-student relationship.
The faculty are saying it's going to take hard work and dedication to be the best at whatever you're doing for God's glory. That philosophy will always work.
Sometimes they'll ask us, what verse do you think would apply to this? How a verse would relate to a situation.
Biblical worldview is seeing all of my life through what God has shown us in Scripture.
And that's one of the reasons why I chose PCC in the first place, is to have faculty that love God to help me further my spiritual walk with Christ.
If my goal is to be in the will of God, it helps so much to know that my teacher has that same goal.
Everything that I see here is Christ-centered. Their main purpose is, we want you to see more of Jesus Christ. That is what I see in PCC.
Why is PCC here? It's to change lives and make them more like Christ. I hope that I can just have a little part of molding and shaping them like the Lord Jesus Christ.
They want students to come out of PCC and to make an influence and an impact on the world. I think their goal really is to change the world, and they do it one student at a time.
As president of PCC, I want you to know that we're committed to providing an excellent liberal arts education that's built upon the foundation and truths of God's Word. We won't compromise on biblical principles, and our purpose is to equip you for whatever it is God's called you to do. Make the most of this opportunity in life, and choose the college that best prepares you for that calling. PCC has so much to offer. We're located just minutes from the beautiful sugar white sands and emerald waters of Pensacola Beach. We're known for providing the best education value among accredited Christian colleges. And we have great facilities and activities that'll provide memorable experience to your college life. So as you think to the future and think about choosing a college, Don't just choose a college because of its location, near home or by the beach. Don't just choose a Christian college because it's affordable, like PCC is. And don't just choose a college because your friends go there and it looks like a fun place to attend. Choose a Christian college because God's called you there. Because that place will empower you to influence the world for Christ in whatever God's called you to do.
Back here inside the nest, Ian, as we get set for half number 2. Eagles, a poor shooting first half really for both teams in this one.
Yeah, it was just a terrible half of basketball, you know. But as college teams, you just can't let it bother you. You got to come in, look at the clock. You got a fresh 20, and you start from there.
Ian, if you're the Eagles, you're happy that you have the lead right now, but now the goal is to hold the lead. You've held the lead throughout the entirety of this game. How do you make sure that you walk away victorious in this one?
Well, the number one key is always defense to me. But what's really important right now is that we get back to how we first started, to where we were swinging the ball, everyone was getting touches, and we were just shooting open shots. You know, we can't go back to one-on-one plays and no one's just moving, you know.
I think we saw the Eagles fall into that trap there at the end. You maybe saw John a few too many times hold on to the basketball. And ultimately, it turned into some bad possessions for the Eagles.
Yeah, not a good start for the Eagles right now, as we started off with a turnover, which resulted in 2 points for Trinity. But as looking at the stat sheet, I noticed that no one's in double digits on both teams. So it is a really bad shooting night.
I joked with head coach Rob Opadesano for Trinity College. I said, there's a lid on the basket right now, it seems like, for both teams. I said it wasn't like there was good defense in the first half either.
Yeah, both teams could have easily scored 50 in the first. But I spoke to Will a little bit during halftime, and I told him that, dude, you have an advantage. Just go into the post up, let them give you the ball, and you're either going to get 2 points or you're going to get a foul. And he was like, okay, thank you. So I'm looking to see him do that.
Jumper there by Hartfield off the mark. Back to a 3-point game. Eagles trying to hang on and win their 4th game in a row in conference. They're able to do so. They'd improve to 5-3 in the South Conference and continue to set themselves up better for regionals. Here's Porter, his jumper misses. In a lot of hero ball, as I might deem it right now, not a lot of team offense from really either team, it feels like.
Yeah. And the type of shots that are being taken right now are just not high-quality shots, you know. The defender is in your face, has a hand on your eyes pretty much, you know, just like that one right there. He can hit it, but, you know, we like the open shot. Good rebound by Will right there. And we just got to capitalize on those kind of players right there. Like, we just can't let those go. That's just really too easy. I guess there is man, there's just no rim up there tonight. I don't know. There's no lid. There's no rim up there tonight. But Trinity seems to be finding their rim. So
Hartfield's runner, he's up to 6, and it's a 1-point game. Eagles cannot seem to find their flow on offense here in the second half. Lewis trying to claw his way out of a shooting slump and gets one to go there in the corner. 29-25, and head coach Mark Getch calls a quick 30-second timeout. (29-25) as we return. 17:33 remaining in half number 2. Austin Lewis hitting a corner 3 there as we went to the break. You're watching Eagles basketball on the Eagles Streaming Network. I'm Noah Frary, joined by Ian Johnson tonight. A low-scoring affair out of these two teams. Neither team has really been able to get it going on offense. Trinity College, though, seems to be finding it here over the last few moments. Bright's jumper in the lane, missed and boarded by Ward. Foul called there on Reese. It'll be the 3rd on the junior from Riverview, Florida. A trip called.
That one looked kind of questionable. He might have fallen over himself.
29-25, under 17 to go. Here we're in the second half. Eagles have led since the tip. They led 2-0 early on and have not looked back. Their largest lead of 10 with 4:58 remaining in that first half. Another miss. And Ian, they've hit just that one three-pointer here in the second half. Higdon, though.
Big block.
Protecting the rim for the Eagles. Clay got the corner and somehow got the layup to go. Clay picking up just his first points of the game. Hartfield, that jumper high off the backboard. Ward ahead. Ward gets the layup to go.
You got to turn around on defense now. They're pushing the break really fast.
Christie hit hard in the face. And he will head to the free throw line. Foul called on Austin Lewis. 33-25 the score. Under 16 remaining here in the second half. Eagles trying to win their 4th consecutive conference game and improve to 5-3 in the South region. They beat Trinity College of Florida earlier this season on the road. That one a tight 78-75 game. In that game, Austin Lewis finishing with a career-high 23 points and 7 rebounds. Eagles, though, giving up 13 three-pointers in that game. Free throw missing there, and the Eagles continue to lead by 8. Here's Horton going at the rim.
Man, he's up there, man. He's so close. You can just throw it back and just throw it down.
Horton, one of the nicest guys you'll meet, and talking with his dad today,
Yeah.
he said that sometimes he wants to see his son develop a mean streak out on the court and, you know, catch a body maybe right there, Ian.
As we all, you know, that really get the crowd going right now.
Buckner sends it over to Bright. Looks like he got hit in the face. And a stoppage. The official stopping play. Instead, we'll get a full timeout by head coach Rob Opadesano. 35-25, the score as we take a breather. Shot misses there. Offensive rebound for Trinity College. Buckner looking for 3. A lot going on underneath the basket right there. Ultimately, it was Buckner who was able to finish the 2.
Great patience and great pass. That was tremendous patience from Austin Lewis right there.
Six points in the game for Horton. Nunnery dishing inside. Fouled. Foul going on Austin Lewis. It'll be his second.
Now, I had a clear vision of that from where I'm sitting right now, and he got all ball. I don't know what's going on tonight. There's a lock on the rims. The officials are a little confused tonight.
Maybe everyone's just off on this Friday night, Ian.
Yeah.
Hey, there's an old saying out there, Ian, ball don't lie. We'll see what happens right here. Hartfield at the free throw line. His first one off the mark. (37-27, 14:32 to go. We're in the second half here in Pensacola. Eagles holding a 10-point advantage. Ian,
ball don't
lie. Hartfield missing both from the free throw line. Horton spinning and gets called for the offensive foul.
He's in the circle. You can hear Coach Gash telling him he was in New York, because I thought he was in New York too. His foot was on the line.
It did look like it, and even a foot just on the line. You don't have to be fully inside of it. An offensive foul goes on Horton. He was looking to add to what has already been a 6-point performance. 37-27, Reese going to work inside. Bright beats Porter off the dribble, finds an opening. What a play there by Niall Bright to find an opening.
Yeah, he lost the ball for a second there, so I'm surprised he was able to even get a shot off. You see Trinity trying this press, trying to pressure the Eagles, which is successful. I guess they've been watching some video.
Trinity College looking for opportunities to score here late. They trail by 8. Reese inside, fouled. And again, it's on Lewis. It'll be the 3rd on the sophomore guard for the Eagles. Lewis pleading his case.
Yeah, the key to holding on to the Eagles' lead is just going to come down to breaking that press. If you can't break that press, then they're just going to continue to get to either the free throw line or just get fast break points.
Reese hitting his first free throw, up to 3 points in the game. Austin Reese, 3rd on this team in rebounding. He averages just over 4 rebounds a contest. A guard-heavy lineup on the court. We saw head coach Mark Getch start with a lineup similar to this in this game. Clay dishing it to Ugalde. They give it off to Shodamu. He throws it up, and James Shodamu, Tunde as they like to call him, will head to the free throw line. Foul on Buckner. It'll be his 2nd, and will put James Shodamu at the free throw line. Shodamu, as we mentioned, honoring him on senior night, has played in 113 games in his Eagles career. Ian, one of those players Shodamu is that kind of came in, we thought maybe we'd see him develop a little bit more of a jumper, but really he kind of turned himself into a defensive first guard and really has done a great job in that role over the last 4 seasons.
Yeah, and even when I played, he made it known that, hey, I just want to play defense, and if I can score, then I'll score. You know, that's one guy who understood coming into a team where there's already scorers, you know, you just got to find a position, a role to play, and he knew we needed more defense, and so that's what he did.
38-30 the score, 12:44 to go here in half number 2. Eagles have led throughout the entirety of this game. Trinity College trying to get back into the game. Clay still with the basketball, tough jumper. We've seen him pull a rabbit out of his hat many times during his Eagles career, Ian.
Yeah, he can definitely do it. You know, maybe he just had to see one drop, so we can look to see him take another shot once he comes back down.
He's one of the best at making something out of absolutely nothing. Clay, he's played in 83 games in his Eagles career. Just last week, becoming just the 31st player in Eagles history to go over the 1,000-point mark. He did it in 60 starts. Clay looking for a 3 right there. Off the hand of Horton inside.
A little bit of a heat check right there.
(40-30). 11:50 to go. Foul called on the entry. It's going to go on Horton. It'll be his 2nd.
You know, you'd think all night the Eagles would probably have figured out that once that ball goes into the post, they're looking for cutters or they're looking for shooters. You know, just deny that post. Don't let it get in.
Christie will have 2 shots upcoming from the free throw line. On the season, he shoots 81% from the line. Nine-point basketball game here with 11:46 to go. Make it 8 as Christie gets his 6th point of the game. You're watching Eagles basketball on the Eagles streaming network. Joined tonight by Ian Johnson. I'm Noah Frary. Eagles continue to lead by 8. Ball tipped out of bounds off the hands of Reed. Last touched by Trinity College. Ward finding Clay in the corner, and he knows what to do with it.
He's saying, thank you, I'm finally hitting a shot.
Clay up to 7, and the Eagles lead back up to 11. Circus shot inside as Reed misses it. Horton coming down with a tough rebound.
You can see John is feeling himself right now. Good pass. A little short. Comes with the rebound.
Eagles get another opportunity. Ward to the basket, and he will shoot 2. Follow on Giovanni Reyes, his first. The two officials coming together to talk. The call on the floor right now is a foul in the act of shooting that would put A.J. Ward at the free throw line. After a brief discussion, it looks like Ward will step to the free throw line. On the season, the sophomore forward from Pensacola shooting 70%. A.J. Ward has had a breakout sophomore campaign. That free throw puts him over 10 points in the game and is his 15th game this season in double-digit scoring. (44-32), 10:51 to go as Ward goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Eagles leading by 12.
Big block by Anthony Horton. See if the Eagles can capitalize on the momentum.
Horton, as you mentioned, his
Nice
family
cut.
in the stands, playing well in this one. Lewis nearly had it taken away. A foul called.
Here you see it again. The big block comes around. He's just so small.
Able to hang in the air and deflect that one. Clay goes down, and a foul will be called on Christie.
Very good play by John Clay right there. You know, he kind of baited the ref into calling that one play right there. That one foul, I mean.
He could have tried to get up quickly, but once he stayed down, you're kind of stuck. You have to call something.
It's either travel or foul, and he was a little bit too in his space.
Third foul on Christie, second in the last 2 possessions.
Ooh, nice try. See Horton going for the alley-oop.
Ward called for the foul ahead of the play.
I'd like to see Coach run that play again. If we can get a better screen, I think that's going to be wide open.
Ian, maybe we can phone a coach. I'm sitting pretty close over to here to assistant coach Marlon Gardner. Maybe I can tap him on the shoulder, say, run it back.
Yeah, tell him to run it back. We need that.
Christie from straight on. That one catches nothing but air. Nunnery knocking down the three-pointer on the second chance opportunity. He ties his season high with 6. Both of them made three-pointers in this game.
One more pass would have been nice right there.
I would have loved to have seen him try to oop that one to Horton.
Good defense. You remember that one play from James Harden? No, was it James Harden? I believe it was on James Harden, but basically what happened was somebody was dribbling the ball, and he just pretended like he wasn't looking, and the last second he just extended his hand and deflected the ball. I can't remember who it was. It was in the NBA, but that play just reminded me a little bit of it.
Crafty guards. Christie, he was trying to throw it up there to Reese, but that one a bit out of the reach of the big man. 44-35, we're under 10 to go here in the second half. Eagles trying to pick up their 4th straight conference victory. The Eagles will go on the road to play Toccoa Falls College on Tuesday, and then next weekend they will compete in the NCCAA South Region Tournament in a a tournament that I feel like the Eagles are potentially well positioned for. Despite everything that's gone on this season with the pandemic, the Eagles have played a lot of games, and they have the pieces if they can put them together to make a run.
Yeah, you know, we started the season off playing some high top teams as John Clay comes up with the turnover right there. But I'm really happy to see how the Eagles are playing right now. You know, we're finally gelling together. So I believe that we can go really far inside the tournament.
Hopefully we don't have to take the baskets.
Yeah, we don't want these baskets.
They can keep them. A tough shooting night for the Eagles. Higdon on the block, going to work.
You see, on those kind of plays, you know, that's what we want. But in the situations like that, you want to see him kind of use his body to back in just a little bit more. You know, he's trying to take his move from just a little bit too far, and the shot just coming up a little bit short.
Jumper missed there by Hartfield from the short corner. The lead 7 as Trinity College has been clawing their way back in it. Porter driving at the basket, threw it up and misses it. Scramble for it. Clay came away with it. Looked like one of those plays that you see in the game of Horsey.
Yeah. The Eagles are playing some really good defense right now, kind of forcing Trinity to take some shots that they don't want to take.
That one a bit too easy inside as Hartfield gets the runner to go. Ward, he's been quiet, but finds a bucket there.
This is what we need going late inside to the game. You can hear the fans the fans cheer a lot. So I believe it's giving the Eagles some motivation. They're definitely capitalizing on it.
Clay, Porter, Lewis, Ward, and Higdon on the court for the Eagles. It's Nunnery, Bright, Christie, Hartfield, and Reese on the court for Trinity College as we get a turnover and a couple of substitutions. Kenari Smith coming back in. He made his debut in the first half. 48-39, 7:12 remaining. They get it to Lewis in rhythm.
Oh, it was lined up too.
On the other end, a made layup.
7-point game.
Reese getting his first points of the contest, and it's down to 7. Higdon sets a screen. Ward doesn't use it. He goes to the basket, and A.J. Ward, what a play.
And here we see it again. Dribble drive, got in front of him, got the bump, and got the shot.
Ward will be at the free throw line. In that conversation I alluded to earlier with head coach Jared Sellers of the women's team and talking about Ward's game, he mentioned that he would love to see him begin to transition more to like a small forward role where you'll be able to see him make more cutting plays like that. He's one of the strongest guys. If you can get him to a lower position, he's got that height and might be a change to start to look at in future years.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, you know, because once he gets going downstream, it's just kind of hard to stop him. You know, it's going to be a foul or it's going to be an and one. A little push right there. Trinity might have gotten away with.
51-41, 6:26 remaining. Eagles continuing to stay in the driver's seat. They've led throughout the entire game. Can they finish? Bright's three-pointer off the mark, chased down by Smith in the corner. And this has been a difficult season for these players with everything that they've had to deal with the pandemic and games being canceled, practice changes, but the Eagles seem to be peaking at the right time.
Yeah, they're peaking at the right time, like you said. You know, tough season. This is really the best time that they can peak going into the tournament. I really have high hopes that they can potentially bring the title back to PCC.
Eagles have not had a region championship since 2016.
Canary looking for his first points as an Eagle.
Smith's first free throw goes in. The first point of what we hope will be a long and successful career for Canary Smith here for the Eagles. 52-41 the score, as Smith's free throw again puts the Eagles ahead by 11. Smith's second goes in. Smith hitting both free throws, 53-41, 6:02 remaining. We'll take a breather. (53-41) as we get set to return out of the timeout. Eagles again, Ian, stretching their lead back up to 12 with 6:02 remaining, and so far they've been able to stay just ahead of Trinity throughout the entirety of this contest.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a good game. You know, we can just tighten up the defensive end, you know, break the press. I feel like it's going to come. That's where we struggle a little bit. I believe that we can hold to the game. Coach doing a good job at resting some of the starters, and so I believe in the 5-minute mark you can see John Clay come back on. You know, give us an extra boost to close up this game. Potentially our 4th straight win inside the conference, I think it is.
It would be 2 wins against Trinity College if they can get this one. Tonight they beat Trinity Baptist, and also a win against Southeastern, and Ian, a close game here at home earlier too against Toccoa. So really the Eagles playing well against everyone that they would have to play up at the tournament. Reese with the blow by, and he gets the layup under Higdon. Smith drives, slips, and has it stripped. Nunnery, the hoop and the harm. He will head to the free throw line. Foul called on Ward. It'll be his 3rd. Nunnery up to a season high 8 points. And he will stay at the free throw line looking to convert the old-fashioned 3-point play. Nunnery 2 3-pointers in this game, and now a chance to get a 3 here at the free throw line. This free throw to make it a 7-point game. It rims out. The lead will remain 8 for the Eagles. Ward's 3-pointer from the elbow misses, but rebounded by Ugaldi. Porter from the other elbow, and this time it goes in. Eagles stretch it back to 11. And it feels like every time Trinity College starts to make a run, the Eagles have had an answer tonight.
Yeah, that's what we're going to have to keep doing down the stretch. Hard foul right there.
Ward gets tagged with his 4th foul.
Probably going to see Coach take him out of the game just for a little bit down the stretch. Maybe at, oh, they switched it. It's now going to be called on Anthony Horton, so.
3rd foul on Horton. It's a big call there for the Eagles.
Yeah, we don't want to see AJ come into the game right now.
And Ian, sometimes that's a time where as a teammate, you have to know the foul situation of your teammates. You raise your hand, say that one's on me.
Well, he looks like he's still going to come out of the game, you know, get some rest. I think coach is now switching into that defense-offense kind of style.
We've seen him do that over the years.
Yeah. You know, starting out, I was on the defensive end, and then finishing off, I was on the offensive end, so I've gotten a chance to be on both sides.
Reese making it a 10-point basketball game. Eagles continuing to lead late. Horton driving at the rim. His runner doesn't go, but he'll get an opportunity at the free throw line. Foul on Austin Reese, his second. And it will put Anthony Horton at the free throw line. 6 points in this one so far. He shoots 72% from the charity stripe. Eagles lead by 10, 4:25 remaining here in half number 2 as Horton misses the first. Clay back in. Ian, you mentioned you thought you'd see him about the 5-minute mark. He comes back in.
Yeah, 10-point game. Well, 11 now. Still a long way to go. At this point, you want to see Eagles kind of just settle down a little bit, not rush any shots, you know, eat some time off the clock and just get some real good quality shots.
A good defensive lineup on the court for the Eagles right here as they try to seal this victory. Reese working hard inside, getting the layup to go. He's up to 8. And Trinity Baptist again cuts it into single digits. Foul on Tony Reese. It'll be his 4th. And we'll put Brian Ugalde at the free throw line. 10 fouls now on the visitors. Eagles will shoot 2 the rest of the way. Ugalde's free throw goes down. Ian, I feel like we've been on a seesaw between single-digit leads and double-digit leads for the last couple of possessions.
Yeah, once it stays a lead for us, the Eagles.
At this point, I'll just take a lead.
Violation on number 10 from Trinity. So Brian will get a chance to shoot it again.
You wave that free throw off on the violation by Harlan Reed. Ugalde will get another opportunity. This to make it an 11-point game.
And capitalizes on the second chance.
Ugalde with 4 points in the game, all 4 from the free throw line. He had the first 2 points of the game for the Eagles and now finds 2 right there to make it an 11-point advantage. Reese inside. His runner misses. Ugalde came down with it. (59-48). 11-point advantage for the Eagles here.
Oh, that's
late.
travel. Yeah, there you go.
In half number 2, a travel called. My rules expert over here, Ian Johnson, was right on top of that one.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be another one the refs missed. You know, it was a late whistle. Just helping them out a little bit.
30-second timeout called by head coach Rob Opadesano. We'll take a quick breather. 59-48 as we come back out of the 30-second timeout by head coach Rob Opadesano in Trinity College. Eagles continuing to lead here late, trying to hang on for the victory. Ward was looking for a potential nail in a coffin type three-pointer right there. Eagles basketball underneath. Set to tick under 3 minutes to go. Ward drives, nearly has it taken away, finds an open Clay, but his jumper off the mark. The look says it all.
Yeah, there's some iffy calls tonight. He just happened to be there when he caught the ball, and he didn't hit him or anything, but, you know, we're up, so.
59-48. Eagles lead this one by 11. 2:47 remaining. Nunnery picks up the free throw. Head coach Mark Getch directly in front of us, barking out orders. He's sniffing a victory. Nunnery goes back-to-back from the free throw line. It's a 9-point game, Ian. There's that seesaw again.
Yeah, you got to get it over.
Just get it over in time. Trinity College dialing up the defensive pressure.
The ball should go. Yeah, that definitely went off his knee.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
59-50. Ward goes up hard to get that one and comes down hard. Ward fouled on that play. Ward thought he had been fouled. But it will be Trinity College basketball. John Clay trying to get an explanation on the far sideline. Eagles, though, lead by 9. Clay hustles ahead of the pack. Throws the shot up and will head to the free throw line. A great play there by the senior.
Yeah, good play, just a little bit. The defender had he was a little bit more quicker. John can actually hit those shots usually.
The foul on Nunnery. It will send the senior guard, John Clay, to the free throw line. Clay averages just under 10 points a game in limited action this season. He came back from what we all thought was potentially a season-ending injury to both score his 1,000th point and now get to play on senior night. The little engine that could.
Yeah, that's going to be a good story that he can tell his kids 6, 7 years down.
A comeback story for the ages this season. And Clay, those free throws potentially giving his team a hard-fought region victory. But Reese has something to say about it. He's into double figures for the first time this season. Eagles break the press. Reed stripped it, somehow kept it in bounds. And a foul called. It'll be on Clay. It'll be his 4th. (61-52) the score here. 1:47 remaining. Eagles lead by 9. Hartland Reed at the free throw line. He's yet to take a free throw this season. And the first one he takes rims out. (61-52) the score. Eagles have led since the opening. There was a couple of free throws by Ugalde to open the game, and the Eagles have led throughout the entirety of this contest as they try to go wire to wire. Reed gets the free throw to go. Corey Trahan into the basketball game with his team trailing by 8. Eagles in no hurry to shoot the basketball. Trinity College, they're going to have to foul sooner rather than later. Porter looking to put an exclamation point, and he's able to nail it from the corner. Christian Porter into double figures, and the Eagles lead back to 11. Eagles trying to close this game out. Battle inside for it, won by Ward. And Ian, that may just do it.
Yeah, that's it. Good job by the Eagles tonight to come out in the second half and actually finish. You know, it's been a tough night trying to find the hoop. Oh, if it was with a better pass, he probably would have went up and dunked that one.
Horton gets it to go, and the Eagles lead by 13. Full timeout by head coach Mark Getch. We'll see that play again. Horton, he was biting his jersey, but able to finish the layup, 66-53, under a minute to go. A fresh group on the court as head coach Mark Getch calling off the Dogs. He'll send in Riley Rhodes, Jack Matney, Clayton Buckley, and Garen Araby. Eagles. Looks very likely at this moment where I'm sitting that they will pick up their 4th consecutive conference victory and improve to 5-3 in South Region play as they get set for a big South Region tournament next weekend. Ian, once you get to those tournaments, all bets are off.
Yeah, all bets are off. It's either you win or go home. No matter what you rank, you could be number 1. You lose, then there's no second chance. That's it.
The jumper there misses. That was Bess. Ward has it taken away. Stolen back by Rhodes, kept in bounds for the Eagles. Shot clock off. Last possession for the Eagles. Foul called there on Bess, and that will put Riley Rhodes at the free throw line. Rhodes made a couple of free throws earlier this year. Looking to do it again right here late in this game. Gets the shooter's roll. Make sure you stick around at the conclusion of this one. We've got some of our favorite plays to show you. And then Ian and I will be back to further break down what you've seen and what will be the 4th consecutive region victory for the Eagles as they close out this season here at home. And that'll do it here from Pensacola. Eagles come away victorious, 67-53. Ian, they led wire to wire. A great performance from the Eagles tonight.
Yeah, good performance. Although the shot wasn't falling, you know, we dug through, and at the end, you know, we came up with W.
We'll take a moment now to look at some of our favorite plays from this game, and then Ian and I will be back to further break down this contest. And we're live back here inside the nest as the Eagles come away victorious in this one. Ian, 67-53, a hard-fought fourth region victory in a row for the Eagles.
Yeah, four victories in a row inside the region. It's definitely going to build your confidence going inside the tournament that's going to be next week. It was a tough fight tonight. Luckily, we don't play anymore at home. It might take away from the fans' point of view, but man, the Rim just couldn't find a shot tonight.
Another big game for A.J. Ward. He finishes this one with 15 and a couple of big plays throughout this one that truly ended up being the difference.
Yeah, A.J. always makes it happen, whether it's him or it's John, but good game by A.J.
Ian, if you're the Eagles, you come away, your fourth conference victory, you're getting yourself set for that region tournament. You have to be pleased with how things are clicking right now.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the Eagles are really clicking right now. Early on we weren't, but right now it's the best time that we can be clicking going into that tournament.
Eagles win this game 67-53, and for the last time this season, we will sign off here from Pensacola, and for me personally, this marks the last time that I will ever sign off here in the R. Horton Sports Center Arena. It's been a pleasure to call games for you. It's been fun to be inside your living room. We appreciate all the time that you've spent here with us. For me and Ian, Ian, your last game as well.
Last game too.
Some closing thoughts out of you.
Man, it was a nice ride. It was nice being able to stick around, graduated, being able to stick around 2 years, watch the guys grow and develop, some of the guys that I played with, so it was fun.
67-53, the final here from Pensacola. Thank you for tuning in this season, and have yourself a great rest of the year.
It's game time.